moving on, now we have Dr. Anita Balachandar to present on Jammi Pharmaceuticals. Dr. Anita Balachandar is the director of Jammi Pharmaceuticals and has been in the pharmaceutical industry for more than 15 years after completion of a postdoctoral research in molecular biology from Penn State University. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much. I know it's very difficult to sit through the last talk of the day, especially after they announced that the previous talk was the last one. Bear with me. We will quickly run through my presentation. We have noticed that lifestyle diseases have become the center stage of health problems, and one of the major problems that people are facing, especially girls in the reproductive age are facing, is PCOS. So we at Jammi Pharmaceuticals have a cure for PCOS. Our previous speaker was telling us that Ayurveda must cure, and that is exactly what we've done here. So 52% of Asian women have PCOS. That is 1 out of 2 women in the reproductive age have PCOS. And this is a data that came from the geographical prevalence of polycystic ovarian syndrome based on race and ethnicity. And unfortunately, 65% of these women don't even know they have PCOS. So that is where the problem starts. So what is PCOS? It's an endocrine malfunction. It's a burden that is faced by women in the age group of 15 to 44, where they have cysts in the ovaries. Now, there are many reasons for these cysts, and if this condition is not monitored properly, then you will have serious health impacts. Now, gynecologist Dr. Dhruv Shah, who is also the founder of PCOS Society of India, said PCOS is not a disease. It's a condition that can present itself in different ways. And our study, before we go into the study, the age group, if you see, it's between 20 and 40 that PCOS is very highly prevalent. And before I go into what actually happens in PCOS, let's look into the hormones that are related to reproduction, which are also responsible for PCOS condition. You have the gonadotropin releasing hormone. This hormone is released by the hypothalamus, which stimulates the pituitary gland to secrete luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. Now, when there is an imbalance in this gonadotropin releasing hormone release as such, then there is an increase in luteinizing hormone and a decrease in follicle stimulating hormone. Now, when there is an increase in luteinizing hormone, there is an increase in testosterone, there is an increase in estrogen, and there is also an increase in AMH, and all these together cause extra cysts to stay back in the ovary. So normally what happens is there is one follicle that matures and releases egg every month. Unfortunately, in these patients, the immature follicles continue to stay in the ovary. So I'll skip the slide. So I've already said there is an increase in gonadotropin releasing hormone, which causes a dysbiosis in the other hormones. Now, symptoms of PCOS, you have irregular periods, heavy bleeding, hair growth, acne, weight gain, male pattern baldness, the skin darkening or acanthosis nigrans. These people, these ladies and girls have severe headache, and many of the PCOS cases also show infertility. Now, what is the current treatment? I am talking about the clinical trials that we have done to prove that there are Ayurvedic medicines that can cure PCOS. So, the current treatment or the allopathic treatment is D-chiroinositol, metformin, L-methylfolate, and these address the insulin resistance. And they also give progesterone therapy because there is an increase in estrogen levels, and to offset this increase, they give the patients progesterone. And what happens when you give progesterone is that they have a lot of nausea and cramps. Then they are also given contraceptive pills because this is supposed to protect the endometrium and reduce the testosterone levels. Now, not all PCOS patients have insulin resistance. So taking too much of the D-chiroinositol can actually worsen PCOS. Metformin comes with its own problems, and then you have L-folate, which actually causes the patient to be, extra sensitive to various aspects like light, sound, etc. And oral contraceptives again increase the risk of inflammation and coagulatory diseases. And these oral contraceptives cause weight gain in patients. And they also have a lot of other problems like, reduction in insulin tolerance. There are a lot of other pathways that are affected. So you have interleukins and other considerable dearrangements. Like I said earlier, progesterone therapy causes abdominal cramps, dizziness. So how did we, the Ayurvedic practitioners, treat PCOS? We did it with Cystavit and Suventris. Cystavit is a tablet and Suventris is a syrup. Now we did a CTRI registered clinical trial, and this was a multi-centric study where we had 130 patients in each group. It was a comparative study. We compared Cystavit and Suventris to the other drugs that are normally used. It's called the standard drugs that they used. And we had this treatment, Cystavit and Suventris, given to patients for 120 days, and the age group was 18 to 40. Cystavit was 10 ml twice daily. Suventris was 10 ml twice daily, and Cystavit was 2 tablets 3 times a day. Now the primary objective, of course, was to cure the patient of PCOS. So to check if the patient is cured of PCOS, we checked eviction of cyst, reduction in number of cysts, improved hormonal balance, and also improved clinical features like, regularization of the menstrual cycle, and then weight loss. Hirsutism was reduced, or acanthosis nigrans, acne and all that. The secondary objective was actually to show normal ovulation in these patients, and the combination therapy, and show the efficacy of this combination therapy when compared to standard of care. The safety and efficacy of Cystavit and Suventris was what we wanted to show in our study. So physical examination, the vital parameters were tested, the kidney function and liver function tests were checked in all the patients before and after the study. Now this was done to show that these drugs are very safe to use. The primary endpoints was a reduction in the number of cysts, size of cysts, improvement in clinical features. And also the secondary endpoints was to see if the comorbidities like diabetes, obesity, hypertension reduced. And we had exploratory endpoints where we wanted to check if there are patients who conceive, because patients with PCOS very often show infertility. So the size of the cyst reduced from 20.1 cc to 10.8 cc in patients who were given Cystavit and Suventris when compared to a much lesser reduction in standard of care. This is the right ovary and left ovary. Both the ovaries showed reduction in size. Then the number of cysts reduced from 15.26 average to 2.77 in Cystavit and Suventris, whereas it reduced only from 15.83 to 10.29 in standard of care. The size of the cyst also reduced, as you can see from the graph, from 2.83 to 0.73 millimeters. There was not much reduction in the size. All these results that we got for Cystavit and Suventris was statistically significant. LH-FSH ratio is very, very critical. I'll take a couple of minutes for this slide. The normal ratio of LH to FSH is 1:2. In a patient who has no PCOS, their ratio should be 1:2. Now what happens in patients who have PCOS, the ratio is normally reversed because they have more LH and less of FSH. Now when these patients were treated with Cystavit and Suventris, you will find that on day 0, they had 3 times more LH than FSH, whereas on day 120, LH reduced significantly and FSH increased markedly, so that the ratio was almost 1:2. 1:1 is also agreeable, but 1:2 is absolute normal. And then in standard of care, there was no such change. The LH did not reduce much, whereas FSH increased slightly. The estrogen levels are very high in patients with PCOS. And now what happens when the estrogen levels are high is the excess estrogen normally gets converted to testosterone. Now that becomes a major problem for these patients because they already have high testosterone. So in patients who were given Sistervid and Suventress, the estrogen level fell from 164.82 picograms per ml to 151.13, which is close to the normal level, whereas in standard of care, the estrogen levels increased. Same thing with testosterone, both the free testosterone and serum bound testosterone, serum testosterone and free testosterone decreased in patients with Sistervid and Suventress, whereas this decrease was significant, whereas it was not so in case of standard of care. Anti-Mullerian hormones, again very, very critical. They increase in PCOS patients. Anti-Mullerian hormones actually give you an indication of fertility, but when their levels increase, it means the patients have PCOS because the hormone is secreted by the cysts which are in the ovaries. So now these ovaries, polycystic ovaries, have so much of cysts that they start secreting excess anti-Mullerian hormone. So when patients were treated with Sistervid and Suventress, the hormone levels dropped and they came to the normal level, whereas they were still high in case of standard of care. Acne and acanthosis nigrans, we actually did a study in which the severity was numbered. So 1 was least severe and 4 was most severe. Now we found that the severity reduced in patients. The yellow line is actually the Sistervid and Suventress patients. So the severity reduced drastically in patients. The acne is improved. Acne is reduced, and after 120 days the acne continued to reduce in these patients, whereas in standard of care the acne level continued to remain the same. Hirsutism, which is actually hair on the face, body, back of the hair, stomach area, also the severity reduced when we gave patients Sistervid and Suventress. Here again the yellow line shows reduction in the hair, body hair. Whereas in patients with standard of care, it remained pretty much the same. So patients who conceived, 10% of our patients conceived when they were on treatment with Sistervid and Suventress, and they had to actually discontinue the study because they had conceived, whereas 3% of the patients conceived in standard of care. The regular menstrual cycle, in both the cases, the menstrual cycle became regular at 120 days. Weight reduction was very, very significant in patients who were given Sistervid and Suventress. Now, PCOS patients have a tendency to put on weight, and not just that, they have severe problems losing this weight that they put on. So, our patients lost about 8 kilos of weight during this course of 120 days, which is again a very significant reduction, and therefore their BMI also improved. Now, improved BMI becomes very critical. From 26.36, they came down to 23.06, and they continue to lose weight after the treatment was over also, because their hormonal balance was restored. Now, this is a study conclusion. The volumes of the right ovary and left ovary decreased by 46% and 45.5% in Sistervid and Suventress, whereas it was 22%. Pretty much all the parameters, estrogen, serum testosterone, free testosterone, AMH, LH-FSH ratio, acne, acanthosis nigrans and hirsutism, all of them showed improvement. The severity of the acne and acanthosis nigrans and hirsutism reduced. AMH, free testosterone, estrogen, all these levels came down in these patients. LH-FSH was normalized, whereas in standard of care it didn't normalize, and the decrease was not very statistically significant. So this is the outcome of the trial. I mean, in the interest of time, I'm just quickly concluding it. All parameters that are related to PCOS showed improvement in patients who were treated with Sistervid and Suventress. Now this is extremely good results because we've pretty much cured PCOS, and these patients were, after the study, were able to lead a very normal, comfortable life. So this is what our study proves. It is safe because all the kidney parameters and liver parameters were same. There was no damage to the kidney, no damage to the liver, because one of the things that people often ask you when you give them an Ayurvedic medicine is, will it damage my liver, will it damage my kidney, are there heavy metals, is it safe? So we have proved that Sistervid and Suventress is extremely safe. There was absolutely no change in the parameters and for the kidney and liver. All their vital parameters were the same. they did not show any changes, and they showed extremely good improvement. So the products that we have used have the following ingredients which I've mentioned in this presentation. So these ingredients actually take care of diabetes. They take care of normalizing the hormone ratio. They correct the menstrual cycle, and they eject the cyst. So this, the peripheral insulin sensitivity improved. The weight loss was significant. There was decrease in the androgenic hormones, and there was also regularization of menstrual cycle and eviction of cyst. So this is what our study concludes. Cystavit and Suventris in their package and all their glory. Thank you. I'd be happy to answer any questions if you have. I know it went very fast, but then I just thought yes, ma'am. Sorry, I can't hear you, ma'am. No, we stop after 120 days. Yeah, all these results are after 120 days. Afterwards, they just continue to stay cyst-free from our study so far, and their acne actually severity reduces further. Hirsutism, many of the patients, the facial hair growth stopped, but then they had to take a laser treatment to prevent further, whatever existed, they did a laser treatment, and then there was no further hair growth.
Thank you, ma'am, for your session.
Thank you so
now,
much.
I'd like to call upon Dr. Veronique Nicolai, ma'am, to give a memento.
We have come to the conclusion of today's academic program. We reflect a day enriched with meaningful discussions, valuable insights, and scholarly exchanges. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend my sincere gratitude to all our speakers for their time, expertise, and dedication, and to our respected chairpersons, moderators, company presenters for their guidance and support throughout the session. I would also like to thank all the doctors, technical staff, and other staff, all our delegates, participants for their active involvement which has made this program a success.